Hey, let's talk about the best lead generation tools for small businesses. My name is Josh. I'm the co founder and CEO at Interact. We are a lead generation quiz software, and I get to interview people about how they do their lead gen. And we have hour-long conversations. I've done over 30 of them this year from small businesses who have generated more than 2 million leads year to date. In all, our platform, we've generated over 100 million leads since we launched in 2013. So I've seen this industry grow and develop over time. What I want to talk through today is the top tools that people are using to generate leads in 2025. It looks really different than in the past. People use a lot fewer tools than in the past. And the strategies that are working right now, there's only a few of them, three in particular. So let's jump right into this and look at the lead gen tools that are working best for small businesses in 2025. First one, live webinars. I was a bit surprised when people started telling me about this because a few years prior to this year, it felt like live wasn't really a thing. This year in particular, though, live webinars have really taken off. And what people tell me is that their audiences like being able to see the authenticity, being able to see the creator or the business owner presenting live. They know it's not an AI. They know that they're getting live experience. They can chat in and ask questions. And that experience of doing that, I think, is kind of a foil to the huge AI hype everybody's talking about, ChatGPT. And in reality, a lot of customers just want to listen, just want to actually have a connection with the business that they're buying from. So I have an example here from Michelle Shapiro. She's a registered dietitian. I interviewed her earlier this year, and she was saying that live webinars were one of her best ways of generating leads. This is an Instagram post that she has set up with a ManyChat automation where somebody can comment with the word webinar and then get the webinar sent to them. Now, in terms of tools, since we're focusing on that, most people are either just using Zoom or Webinar Jam. It's not so complicated as it used to be, where there was 50 different tools for running webinars, and this one's for this one's for that. Over the last few years, it's really consolidated down, and basically everybody just presents over Zoom or Webinar Jam. So this is how you promote them. You do Instagram social posts and you have a ManyChat automation that sends people the link to register. And that is one of the top ways of generating leads in 2025. Second one is lead generation quizzes. These have come back in a big way. And I have a front row seat to this, being the co-founder of Interact. This example here is from Advice with Erin. She's a creator who educates people on career and life advice. She created a career type quiz, promotes it using Instagram posts. So far this year alone, she's generated over 140,000 leads. So that's in 2025. Quizzes are back in a big way. They're leaner, meaner, more dialed in than they were before. If you remember, back in like 2018, 2019, there was a huge craze of quizzes. And back then, they were all very like simple and not very complicated. This one from Advice with Erin, it's basically a career aptitude quiz. It's 30 questions. Every question is really detailed and researched. Each of the archetypes at the end also detailed and researched. And it integrates directly with Kit, which is what Erin uses. Interact integrates with all the email and marketing automation softwares, which is why it's the only one I'm recommending, because a lot of the other softwares out there that do quizzes do not integrate directly with your email software. And if you don't have that direct integration, it's so much work to get it connected up. You either got to build a complicated Zap or you download leads and upload them to your email. Such a pain. This platform that we built automatically segments based on which result somebody gets. It's foolproof. We've been doing this for a long time. Like I said, over 100 million leads generated. So the top two are webinars and quizzes. And they're actually kind of the same in a way, where webinars, people like it because of the authenticity, the connection with the creator, with the business owner. And then people like the quizzes because it also is more authentic. You can have a conversation with the creator, with the business owner. It's not a live conversation, it's scripted through a quiz, but you're still getting to kind of see how the business owner thinks, how they ask questions. Do they know the right questions to ask? Do they know how to speak to me? All those things allow the customer to kind of vet you as you're also vetting them. So it's a great situation, highly effective for lead gen in 2025. Next one is free downloads, guides. Like this example here from Salary Transparent Street. This is a free download, salary negotiation guide, linked from one of the videos that Hannah, who's the founder over there, put up where she's interviewing somebody about their salary. And so this is a great way to move people from social, which is the primary kind of discovery place for most business owners in 2025, to your email list. And this connects up to Flowdesk. That's what they use for their email. You can really do this with anybody. I think most of the email softwares have this type of download page. But the two that I recommend over and over again are Kit and Flowdesk. Seems to be what like every new business owner is using for good reason. They're really simple. I'd say like scaling business owners oftentimes use ActiveCampaign or Klaviyo. So I'll also recommend those two tools depending on what somebody wants, but usually starting with Kit or Flowdesk. Next thing is the website. Don't forget about the good old website. It's become kind of a dinosaur these days. Most people are experiencing declining website traffic, so I can understand that you don't necessarily want to invest in building out your website. But this example here is from Henry's House of Coffee. They have a great, really nice website, and they have a pop-up on there. This is on Shopify, so this kind of built in there. Most websites will have built-in pop-up options for lead collection, or if not, you can use your Kit, your Flowdesk, your ActiveCampaign to set up these opt-in forms and just collect leads from your website. So pop-ups, opt-in forms. You'll see also that they do have a take quiz button on there, which links to an Interact quiz. That's another way to collect leads from the website. Don't sleep on the website. I know that it can be tempting to just kind of write it off because it's like, it's a lot of work. And sometimes it is a lot of work, but I think it's worth it because it gives you kind of the credibility of having like a whole web presence. It's almost like, having a physical location for like a brand. It kind of just anchors you a bit, even though it's expensive and it costs a lot to run. So websites are a big one. The platforms that people use for that, Shopify, if you're in any sort of e-commerce, Squarespace, Showit, and WordPress. Those are the ones that people use in 2025. They all have kind of varying levels of setup difficulty, customization. You can try them out. I think Squarespace and Showit are the easiest to get set up on. Shopify and WordPress, you'll have the most customization options. So those are generally the recommendations that I give when somebody asks, or from the people that I talk to that are actually doing lead gen. Last one here is the link in bio. And here there's so many tools. Honestly, like a lot of people use Linktree. It's the biggest one. I think they have the most exposure. Some other ones that creators particularly use are Comey and Stan and Pillar. Those are all good ones. Honestly, I think just having it simple, I don't know that I would necessarily recommend one over the other. If it's simple and it's nicely set up, you can even have it be a page on your website. Like the second one here I did was from Dr. Steph D, and hers is just on her website. It's just /Instagram or something like that. So it doesn't even have to be a link in bio page, but setting it up in a simple way, you'll see here where it's just like a few options. And they are both recommending quizzes because that's a good way to drive traffic to your quiz to collect a lead. But setting up your link in bio where it's just simple, just has a few options, because coming from social media, it's nice to have just a few places to start. Sending straight to a website does not work well from social media, especially because websites are generally a little slower to load and you don't want to lose somebody that's coming from social media. So those are the top tools. Honestly, when I talk to people over and over again, it's live webinars and quizzes, kind of like back and forth, downloads and PDFs sprinkled in there just to like kind of, if there's a really topical thing, like, there's something trending in the industry, then do a download or a PDF. Your website and your link in bio are kind of like staples where you'll probably link to your live webinars, you'll link to your quizzes from those places, you'll have more content, more information, maybe a newsletter sign up on those places as well, just kind of clean up that like ongoing traffic. But yeah, the big ones, live webinars, quizzes, and then downloadables.